It is a profound honor to celebrate the induction of Dennis Saver into the Hall of Fame. Not only was he a colleague of mine, a friend of mine, but certainly a mentor. He was a compassionate physician, compassionate to the point of all of his patients understood his compassion, but he was also very dedicated to taking care of the underprivileged and the uninsured. I often sit on a board or on a committee or in front of patients, and I think to myself, what would Dennis Saver say? Because he had the ability of listening to people very carefully, thinking very deeply, and then coming out with something that was completely out of the box. It has been an honor, a privilege, and a push to be a better physician because of my association with Dennis Saver.
Known Dr. Saver for over 40 years, primarily as a member of the Academy. We practiced 600 miles apart in the state of Florida. In a very similar fashion, traditional family medicine, and shared a lot of stories together. One story comes to mind. A number of years ago, someone had a brilliant idea, and it was beautiful. And it went around the table at the board of directors meeting, and it was just, the enthusiasm was building. And like Dr. Saver always does, he waited until the very last moment to make a comment. And his uncanny institutional memory of everything was, the first time we tried that, it was a brilliant idea and we all agreed. It took us twice as much effort to accomplish, and none of the goals were met, and here's why. And he articulated those briefly, and it was forgotten. But after the meeting, I asked Dr. Saver, having been there for that first episode, why didn't you tell him the whole story? And he goes, well, they don't need to know that much information. But the rest of the story was that brilliant idea years before was his brilliant idea. He just didn't want anybody to know that. So deep inside this staunch exterior, there was a vulnerability and a softness if you dug for it. But it made him a good family physician. It made him an incredible, valuable member of the Academy. And we shared a lot of memories together, and I'm still terribly miss him.
It is my distinct honor to speak about my friend Dennis. We both worked in primary care, of course, but we also worked in serving the underserved. I worked for a clinic, a free clinic, the Judeo-Christian clinic, for over 30 years. But Dennis, again, one-upped me on that because he started the free clinic and did the inimitable task of herding the cats to get it staffed. And I always respected him for that. I don't know what took Dennis from us, but I know that he faced his end with courage. I know he did that because I know Dennis. It is my honor to speak on his behalf for this well-deserved accolade of being in the Hall of Fame for the Florida Academy of Family Physicians. Dennis was the epitome of a family physician, and he deserves this place. Thank you.